Coffee Mount Scrapper with Brenda. I'm Brenda, and this is another episode of Blue Monday. Yay, Blue Monday! I'm working through my blue scraps because I'm overwhelmed with blue. But you can choose any colors you want. This one we're going to need a light, a medium, and a dark. And we're just going to play around with some half square triangles and, you know, quarter square triangles. And we're going to have a good time with this today. And it's a very easy block, but there's some fun little quick steps that we can do. So, but first, before we get into this block called Tipsy, you can see, you'll see why in a minute. We want to give you guys the shout out. We don't want to forget the shout out. Now, Becky at Patchwork Posse, I've been watching her for a while, and she does come up with some very cool ideas. Sometimes it leans to more traditional, sometimes more modern, you know, scrappy, fun, all over the place. And I think it's, we need to give her some love and encouragement. Tell her that Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore sent you. Her YouTube link is going to be in our show notes below, as well as the community round robin. Now, we've listed out all the dates the videos have became public and which site they're on. But Michelle from Bits and Pieces Quilting is hosting all of these on her website. So, you know, like, please subscribe to all of the other community round robin creators, the content creators, because it has been so much fun watching you guys make these blocks. They're a beautiful, you come up with some absolutely amazing color palettes for them. I'm just so excited to see these in our Facebook group. It is just wonderful. So like, again, it's Kelley from Kelley's Quilts and Cruises, FutureCat from New Zealand, and Michelle from Bits and Pieces. And her website, not the YouTube channel, the website is hosting all of the patterns, and they're going to remain a free pattern. We just had so much fun making those blocks. It was just a hoot, just a hoot. Also in the show notes, and the show notes are really important to get to, because not only do you get the pattern and Becky's YouTube channel and the community round robin, you get things like our Facebook group, right? Like our Facebook group, if you're part of that Facebook community, you gotta come join us, because we have all the same things that normal Facebook groups do. We have a whole bunch of community chats. We do fabric swaps. We hunt down free patterns and we post them in a link. We post the link of the free pattern in our group chat, so everybody has access to all of those free patterns that all of the members are going out and finding and concentrating in one chat. We also have a virtual sewing room in Discord, and that's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You never know who you're going to sew with or from what country you're going to be sewing. It could be your next door neighbor. You don't know. But anyways, those are a lot of fun. The ladies that are participating in there are actually becoming friends, and they kind of, you know, hang out together, and they just all have a really good time. And you're welcome to join as well if you're part of the Facebook community. Also, we have Zoom sew dates from now until the end of December. We are making that commitment to you to have those sew dates, and I have so much fun those days. I get so much done, but at the same time, we have so much fun giggling and chatting with everybody. We try to talk to everybody and find out what you're working on. Mostly, we just have a great time in there. And sometimes the conversation gets away from us, and everybody has such a good time. It's wonderful. Also, I speak for free over Zoom, and I do a PowerPoint presentation to quilting guilds and quilting groups. Now, if your guild or group is looking for somebody who is talking about using your fabric scraps, elements of design, you know, wants a mini trunk show, and what will be appearing on the YouTube channel, like kind of a sneak peek, or what has appeared, you know, like those. If you're into that, if your group or guild is into that, please put my name forward. I'd be happy to present to you. It's my way of giving back to the quilting community. But I also get to meet so many talented quilters in those groups and guilds. I'm amazed. I'm just so floored. And I get to say for show and tell sometimes, and wow, are those quilts beautiful. So come on in, let's get to our sewing of our block called Tipsy. Okay, we are at the sewing machine, and what I've done is I've lined up my mediums with my lights, and basically I'm going to draw. So there's two sizes of lights and two sizes of mediums, right? So you want to put the 7 1/4 together with the 7 1/4 together with the 7 1/4, right? So we're just going to draw this, and of course we're a little short on the ruler. Oh no. Okay, so I guess we'll wing it. Oh dear. I don't like winging it. I don't like winging it. I always make a mess when I'm winging it. So I'm just going to draw my lines on either side. Okay. Now one will end up being a half square triangle, and the other one will be the start of a quarter square triangle, you know, where you draw the lines and then you flip them around. Well, this, you're not flipping it around. What you're doing is you're going to make it half, right? You're going to make half of it. You're not going to make the full amount. Okay, I need that one drawn, and I can get this one drawn too. Yeah. Okay, so. Okay, I should have drew these before. But you take any ruler, and you can just draw the line right through the center if you need to. But you kind of line it up the best you can. Like I say, my ruler's not quite long enough because it's broken. I broke my magic wand. I call this my magic wand because I can do all sorts of things with this little 1/2-inch ruler, and I don't have, oh. Okay, so now we should be pinning in that, but I'm going to hold on to this instead. So what I want to do is make one through, okay, I need a different foot on here because this one needs a different foot. I have better, when I'm changing feet, and you guys are like, why are you changing feet? That would have worked. And one, it creates drag because I have a little plow on the bottom of my 1/4-inch foot. I have a little plow on the side here, and it would create drag as I'm sewing the block. Plus, I have a little more visibility with this foot, the regular flat foot. I know that it sounds strange, but it's true. I'm just gonna go whipping along. Okay, now spin it, pull a little bit. There we go. Clip this off. Put your thread back in the thread feeder. Because that would be helpful. So, okay. Okay, and now we just put our plug under. Okay. All right, now we're gonna cut through. Of course, I have this scissor because the world's smallest scissor is handy, and the fabric scissor that with the longer blades is hanging far, far away. So we're just going to cut these just like so. Okay. And I should grab a different ruler because there. Okay. One of these now is 6.5 inches, right? Just a hair over 6.5 inches. And the other one is, oh, I should go the other way. No, I should go. Yeah, I should go this way. I should go this way. Sorry. Press to the medium or press to the dark. When it's a light and a medium, the medium becomes the dark. And I know it confuses everybody. I know. It's fine. It'll be fine. Okay, so one. Okay, let's get this one pressed. Just finger press this out of the way. Now I'm just going to quickly go grab a ruler because one of these was a 7 1/4 and the other one was a 7-inch. Okay, here we go. Get this just like that. Okay. There. And, okay, so we pressed all of this open. And, now, I'm going to have to get a cutting board and a ruler. And, because these two came together and these two came together. And this one will probably fit on here. Right? So, this one is, ooh, no, it doesn't fit. It fits on the other one, does it? Does it? No. Okay, so we're going to get a ruler and a cutting board, and this is the one that fits on. Okay, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I trimmed the ones that are just the half square triangles to 6.5 inches square, right? Unfinished, right? So this one I'm not putting in the mix, right? Because this, you always create one extra when you're making this block, because that's just how the block goes. So what I did is I put my dark underneath, and I've drawn my lines, my 2 lines. So I'm going to make 2 units, and they're kind of like they're a half quarter square triangle. Like, they're not a quarter square triangle, and it's not a half square triangle. It's kind of a madness of both of them. So you know, it's kind of, I can't for the life of me remember what this is called, but it's kind of it's the same idea as a quarter square triangle, but okay. Now I'm just going to, you take this with the ones that were 7 1/4. Okay. Now, oh. Okay. So now what you're going to do is I am going to take a ruler and a rotary cutter, and I'm going to just go right up through half, all the way up there. So this is what you end up with, which is kind of a neat little unit, right? So basically now we're going to finger press to the outside edge. Okay, just like so. That is such a cool fabric. That K facet looks so great against all of this other, you know, stuff. But okay, so now we're going to trim these to 6.5 inches as well, right? So I haven't trimmed this one at all because that one just came out, and we're really close on this. Oh my goodness, we are so close on this. I don't think we're going to be trimming much. Okay, which is okay. For the measurements I gave you, that's okay. And that one works perfect. Now we're going to put this here. Just lining it up. Taking our time. You know, you might not have a lot to trim off on the second block, right? Because we're very close to that, you know, 6.5 inch finish when we're done. So that goes a 6.5 inch finish over there. This one gets turned around and trimmed as well. This is a ruler that I've had kicking around here forever. And it's just, there's nothing on here to trim. Oh, there we go. We get a little bit. Just a wee little bit. This ruler here is so old. And it's perfect 6.5 square, but the numbers and lines have been worn off through time. So I still use it to trim up stuff that's 6.5 inches, right? So it still works good for that. Now I'm going to take this and I'm going to trim this to 6.5, so I have an orphan block that's right at 6.5. And I'm going to try and line the ends up. It's a little bit bigger than 6.5, but it's more useful to me as an orphan block at 6.5 measurements. So I could throw that one into a quilt someday, because who doesn't like a 6.5 inch block? There we go. Alrighty. So, and this one is the orphan. That's okay. You make one. You always have to make one, you know, with this block. Or, like I say, if you were doing several and you were doing scrappy, this would be perfect. So I'm just going to move all of this out of the way. Close my rotary cutter so I don't cut myself. Okay, so now comes the easiest part of all. You have all of your subunits, right? Both subunits are created. So one goes like this. The other one goes like this. Now, you can put them like this, where you have them opposite, like that. Or you can point them in, right? Or you can point them this way in. It's kind of whatever you want to do. I kind of like the idea of this opposite here, where one is going one way and the other one's going the other way. Kind of gives you that whole tipsy, turvy kind of a block look to it. And I thought, okay, this is cute. I like this idea. You know, and you play around and you make a different subunit. Like for the life of me, I can't remember what these are called, but they're like a half quarter square triangle or something, but it's kind of like a half square triangle and a quarter square triangle had a baby, and this is the unit you end up with. So let's get this together, and we'll get this sewn up right now. Oops, I need my 1/4 inch foot because I like that one better for sewing. Hang on. Ugh, I know. It's not one of my videos unless you get to see me change my feet. Everybody else has got these fast snip or clip feet that they can change real quickly with, and I do not. Oh well, it didn't take that long. Okay, so. Okay, and this just goes like that. Okay, and one more seam, and we are good. We are golden. Okay, let's see if that works. Make sure I didn't get anything mixed up. No, I did not. Everything is looking good. Let's get this sewn together. Okay, get this out of the way. I suppose I could move that entirely out of the way, right? And then it wouldn't be in my way. There we go. Okay, now the needle is down. I want to make sure I nest my seam, and I'm going to push the seams away from that triangle tip. Right? There we go. And, ooh, nice. Nice tight nest. And one in. And, okay. And now you want to ease in that block. And I've got a bit of a dog ear that didn't get trimmed when I was trimming everything. That's okay. Okay, now just so you can see all the finger pressing, because we haven't really touched it with an iron yet. Okay, so this is what the block looks like from behind, and you can see right away there's two seams here that are going this way, right? So now it's starting to rotate this way, so you take the center and you pop this open, and sometimes you have to kind of wiggle and jiggle and, you know, hold your tongue in the right spot in your mouth, and all of a sudden it pops open and it swirls beautifully, and your center lies really flat because there's quite a bit of fabric here. You know, there's 6 different, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, 6 pieces of fabric that are, you know, meeting here, that, you know, all of a sudden there's a little bit of a bump, right? So you swirl that center seam just like so and make a little, you know, mini, and we're done. Let's get to our ta-da moment. Okay, so here's our ta-da moment on Tipsy. Yeah, this is kind of a fun little crazy block. You could do this all scrappy, you know, like I just have all different mediums, all different light colors, you know, lighter, but not necessarily low volume, and then your darks don't have to be the same either. And this would make just a fun little quilt. For every one of these you make, you end up with a half square triangle, right? For, you know, now you can use this as the other half of the next block, or a border, or whatever. However you want to tie this into your quilt, you could. So essentially there's some blocks that you cut one, but it works out better for if you're cutting two at a time. This is one of those blocks. So I do hope you give this one a try. It was kind of fun coming up with this, but this is a half quarter square triangle. Think of it a half square triangle and a quarter square triangle had a baby, and this is what they came up with. That's how I remember it. Anyways, I hope you have an amazing week ahead and life is treating you gently. Okay, you guys take care until we meet each other again. Okay, bye! Hello again. We just want to thank you for enjoying our video and, you know, coming along with my husband and my YouTube adventure and quilting. And, you know, sometimes things don't work out as best they should, and sometimes they work out great. We're going, wow, that went well. But it's been an amazing journey, and I'm so glad I could share it with you. Share, like, and subscribe these videos. That really helps us out, and it helps us make more charity quilts, okay? So you guys take care until we have a chance to meet again, okay? Bye!